guys, it's Sophie, and in today's video I'm going to show you everything that I eat in a day to lose weight, as I'm currently on a cutting diet. I just made myself some tea and I'm going to have some coffee afterwards, and then it is time for me to go to the gym, as I prefer to train in the morning when I'm still fasted. Currently in the gym, and I quickly wanted to show my outfit. So my hoodie is from the men's collection from H&M. Leggings are Lululemon Align. Then my shoes are Nike Techno. My sports bra that I'm wearing underneath is from the H&M. My little cap is from New Era. So now that I told you about my outfit, let's go and train. Algún día volverás tú al lado mío y yo de testigo. Vamos 1, 2, 3 sin estrés. Muéstrame esos pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena. If you would like to see more workout videos, then definitely make sure to follow me on Instagram. And now I'm ready to make my first meal of the day, which is going to be avocado on toast with some eggs on the side. I just did some shoulder training today. I decided to split my upper body workout, my second upper body workout of the week, to focus a little bit more on my shoulders, because training shoulders is my favorite thing to do. Anyways, I'm really hungry, so I'm going to make my first meal. Best feeling when you slice an avocado open and it is absolutely perfect. So I usually have half of it, but since this one is smaller, I'm going to have the whole avocado. I'm going to use 3 slices of this bread and I'm going to put it in the pan and toast it for a little bit. You can obviously also use a toaster, but I don't have one, which is why I'm making it this way. This is my first meal of the day. I have my 3 slices of toast with 1 small avocado with pepper, garlic, and I added the other half of the lemon that I used this morning for my tea. And then I have some scrambled egg. I used 1 whole egg and then approximately 80 grams of egg white. Couldn't film it because making scrambled eggs is super time sensitive to get the right consistency. So that is my first meal of the day and I'm going to enjoy it right now. It is now around 3 and I'm going to make my second meal of the day, and I'm going to make a protein shake with my regular oats. For my protein shake, I'm using frozen banana, ginger, rhubarb, mango, and pumpkin. I'm going to mix in my oat milk. I'm going to add my creatine and my protein powder. For my protein powder, I'm using 60 grams of the Women's Best Isoway in vanilla flavor. And then I'm also mixing in my creatine, and I take 5 grams per day. I saw a comment about using creatine while on a cut, and I do use creatine while I'm cutting down. So when I'm cutting down, my goal is to decrease my body fat percentage. I'm not necessarily concerned with the number of the scale, the actual number itself, even though I do use it as a guideline, but my goal is to decrease my body fat percentage. Creatine monohydrate has benefits that are performance related. It also increases your water retention. However, this is water retention inside of your cells, which is why I don't want to stop using creatine while I'm on a cut, because again, I'm concerned with my body fat percentage, not necessarily by just getting the number on the scale as low as possible. And increasing your water retention inside of your cells can actually help with looking more toned, as your muscles will appear fuller, which is why I use creatine and I continue to use it even while I'm cutting. For my oats, I'm going to cut up half of a cucumber and I'm going to add it to my oats so that I create higher volume meals for not that many extra calories. And then I'm also going to spice it with my favorite spices, and I'm going to add cookie spices to it, because that makes the oats taste like cookies. For my oats, I'm going to use this pre-packaged thingy. It's a higher protein oats. I think this one contains 9 or 10 grams of protein, not that many extra compared to regular oats, to be fair, but it's just easy to have this little package and you can just take it with you. I added some boiling water and then I'm going to give it a good stir and leave it for now, and then I'm going to cut up the cucumber in the meantime while this is soaking up all the water. I cut up the cucumber and added it to my oats, and now I'm going to add these spices, which are the cookie spices, and I'm going to add a lot of it. and then it looks something like this. And now I'm going to give it a good stir, and then I'm going to eat this as my second meal together with my protein shake. Quickly changed my outfit to something a bit more comfortable. I love the white Lululemons, but white is just, it's a bit of a struggle. I'm wearing the Legacy joggers by Gymshark, which are oversized. I'm wearing a size extra small, but it fits like very oversized. And then just a regular tank. I think this one is from Gina Tricot. So what I actually wanted to talk about was how to lose weight, or more specifically, what I did myself transitioning from a maintenance diet to a cutting diet. So just a quick little background. A maintenance diet is just simply where your energy intake is the same as your energy expenditure. This means that your energy balance is in fact balanced, and therefore you will neither gain or lose weight. Now this doesn't mean that you cannot change your body composition over time, but just generally speaking, a maintenance diet is just when your intake is the same as your expenditure, and therefore your weight won't change. That is what I've been doing for a few weeks before transitioning into a cutting diet. So a cutting diet is when you set yourself up to be in a caloric deficit. A caloric deficit is either when your intake is lower than your expenditure, or when your expenditure is higher than your intake. When I am transitioning from a maintenance diet into a cutting diet, I mainly focus on two things, and those two things are: one, cleaning up your diet. If you, for example, currently drink sodas and your goal is to lose weight or to decrease your body fat percentage, and cutting out sodas and focusing on drinking more water are just some simple steps that you can take to decrease your caloric intake and therefore create a deficit. So just focus on cleaning up your diet, eating more vegetables, eating more wholesome and nutritious foods, simply because it's more difficult to overeat on foods that are high in volume compared to foods that are low in volume but high in calories. That is something that I really like to focus on, also because it makes me feel really good. And then the second thing is to implement a daily step goal. So what I usually do when I transition from a maintenance diet to a cutting diet is to keep track of my daily steps, keep track of what you're currently averaging at. Most phones have an app, a general health app, that keeps track of your steps for you. So you can just see what you're currently averaging at and then implement a goal that is a little bit higher so that you challenge yourself. The daily step goal forces you to be active, therefore increasing the calories that you expend during the day. If I don't reach my step throughout the day, I try to reach them organically throughout the day just by being more active. If I don't reach it, then I'll do some extra cardio at the end of my day to make up for those steps. And what I then do is I just walk on the treadmill for a set pace. I count my steps that I take in 1 minute, and then I multiply it by the number of minutes that I'm on the treadmill for, so I know exactly how many steps I took. So the two things that are important if you want to transition from a maintenance diet to a cutting diet: first of all, clean up your diet, and second of all, implement a daily step goal so that your energy expenditure is higher. You will burn more calories throughout the day, and that will help you with being in a deficit. I really hope that this helps, and now I'm going to make dinner because I'm hungry. Dinner is something super simple, very quick. When I say very quick, I mean like maybe 10 minutes, so no excuse not to cook at home and have something fresh and delicious. And you can vary a lot with the ingredients, so that's always good. I'm going to show you what I am using. I am going to make a pasta that is based on lentils. One of the, well, actually two advantages that it has. First of all, it contains a lot of protein. Per 100 grams, it contains like 25 grams of protein. And then the other benefit is that you only have to cook it for 4 or 5 minutes. Perfect, if you ask me. I am having 75 grams in total. And then I'm having 200 grams of broccoli that I'm going to steam. And I'm steaming it with this pan. So it is double layered, and I'm putting the broccoli in right here, and then I'm going to add some boiling water down there. And then I'm going to roast some pine nuts, 15 grams in total. I'm going to prepare some onion, and then I'm going to top it off with some cheese. Regarding the cheese, what I usually do is I look at the different cheeses that they have, and then I look at the youngest ones, if that makes sense, because they often have less fats and more proteins. And then I just look at the macros and I pick the one that has the lowest amount of calories and the most protein. So the reason being is that I'm someone who struggles with getting enough protein in, and I don't struggle with getting enough carbs in, and I also don't really struggle with getting enough fats in. So that is why I want my cheese to be as high in protein as possible. Honestly, just a few minutes later and dinner is already ready. I have my pasta here. then I have my broccoli. Because of the fact that the broccoli and the pasta are really warm, the cheese will melt into it. And here is the finished product, the pasta with broccoli, cheese, onions, and pine nuts. Now I'm going to have this, and then I'll be back with a snack, and you don't want to miss it. If you've watched my old what I eat in a day videos, then you might know what I am going to have for my evening snack, because it's simply the best evening snack that there is. It is sweet, it is fruity, it is fresh. It's just my favorite snack ever, and I'm going to make strawberries. Well, I mean, I have strawberries, and I'm going to melt some pure dark chocolate. I have 200 grams approximately of fresh strawberries that I already cleaned and cut, and then I have 40 grams of dark chocolate. I think that this one is between 80 and 85% dark chocolate, which is my favorite. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to heat it up au bain-marie, which basically means that you put it in a pan and then you put the pan into another pan that has boiling water or hot water so that it melts inside the pan. You can also do it via a microwave, but I just feel that the process of melting it manually just adds to the experience. This one is going into this little pan. There we have the final meal of the day, strawberries with some chocolate. Alright, that was it for my full day of eating what I eat in a day to lose weight. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss any of my future videos ever again. And then I am going to enjoy my little snack, and then I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.